All right. There we go. Cool. Get some music going. Good morning, everyone. Market opens up in 4 minutes. Good morning. Good morning. December 2nd. Red folder news. There is no red folder news today. We're just going to go through our pre-market checklist real fast. No red folder news. Bitcoin has a clear impulse range. Bitcoin's impulse range right now looks bullish. That's a day one. Oh, that's gold. Whoops. Day. Bullish. Okay, let's go through. NASDAQ. And this. NASDAQ has a clear impulse, and so does gold, all bullish. Today looking pretty bullish. Okay, let's go on the 4 hour. Oh, wait. Why is it letting me? Why is it being funky? Okay, 4 hour is looking bullish on. 4 hour actually looks a little choppy on NASDAQ. A little choppy here, but overall bullish. So we're gonna say on NASDAQ, we're gonna say bullish but chop too. And gold looks bullish. 4 hour, and Bitcoin has a nice, Bitcoin looks bullish too right now. Very bullish. Okay. Now let's go on the 1 hour. We have clear impulse ranges on the 1 hour. Here on NASDAQ or Bitcoin. Bitcoin's 1 hour looks bearish. And then gold's 1 hour NASDAQ's 1 hour looks choppy. And then gold's 1 hour looks bullish. And then let's go to 15. 15 on Bitcoin looks bearish again. Like we're about to get to OTE on this. And it still looks bearish in my opinion. Even though it's ripping up this big impulse range here. 15 minute on NQ still looks choppy. And then 15 minute on gold looks bullish. Gold's looking very bullish. I'm feeling clarity. Nope. Okay. Okay, let's drop down to 5 minute and get ready for this. Let me make sure I'm not missing any chats. What's up, Griffin? Hope you're having a great day. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay. That was just kind of like my pre-market analysis right there. Okay. And now we wait. Market opens up in like very soon. Oh, it just opened. Just opened up. So we are now open for business. Bitcoin's ripping right now, but we're almost to Bitcoin's almost to my OTE here on this short level. So I want to see if maybe Bitcoin gives us some shorting opportunities, because Bitcoin overall is extremely bearish on the higher time frames, like the day, the weekly. Right, we do have this like day impulse range on Bitcoin, but look at the overall trend, right? Bearish. So if we can get a potential retracement here, I want to see what because I think the long opportunity was during London session that I was really looking for on Bitcoin, but we'll see what it does here. Thank you so much for the follow, kid from Broward. I appreciate you guys. If you guys can like the stream, share it, show it some love. It means the world to me. Helps my content go further. For NQ on the 1 hour has this impulse range that was looking bullish, and remember overall in regards to like the 4 hour, we are a little choppy. But if I can get Nasdaq to come, maybe to this discount of this range here, and maybe even down to OTE on this area level with a lot of fair value gaps down here, that would be a great spot to go long. Gold. Not really. Gold does have this impulse. I should mark this out. Actually, why did I not do that? I must have forgot. We marked out this gold impulse range here. Oh, wait. Do I have it marked out? What is that? H1 50%. Oh, I think I just forgot to mark out the OTE. So if you're not familiar with what OTE is, it's optimal trade entry. And so what I thought would be easier, instead of marking out like all these fair value gaps, we just wait for it to get to OTE on these ranges under discount. If it either under discount or OTE, whichever comes first. And we see does opportunities come at those levels. So this. Okay. And again, no red folder news today, so we don't got to worry about like something sneaking up on us. And really where Bitcoin's at, there's no liquidity. Like the only liquidity is internal range, and external range liquidity doesn't come up for a very long time unless you target the lows. There's a little bit more closer. We got London lows and Asia lows down there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, M15 lows. Okay. All right. We are in premium of this 1 hour range too. So I'm hoping we can get something up here soon. Maybe we see what maybe NASDAQ presents at this day high up here. But I'm still not loving anything I'm seeing on NASDAQ right now. Same for gold. Gold closed through London high, so again, nothing I'm seeing there. What do you think about PIC? I don't even know what that is. Never heard of it. We trade gold, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin here. We don't go on to degenerate stuff. Maybe PIC, PIQX, whatever. Good morning, Sean. Hope you're having a great day. It's not degenerate, but I don't know. It sounds degenerate. I've never heard of it. Thank you, Success. Thank you so much for the follow. All right, we're at day high on NASDAQ. I'm kind of interested to see what does NASDAQ give us here. And do we have an opportunity at day high, or is it going to just keep blasting through? And if it keeps blasting through, I'm going to be patient here and just sit on my hands. Bitcoin is about to enter our area of interest for potential shorts. I kind of would want to see it do a little bit more than just like, you know, tap it and go down. I'd want to maybe see it. Gold right now, I'm not sure. It's looking very bullish. You know, we're at London high. If it were to go down, I would have wanted to see it sweep like this London high. Let me see the 1 minute. Like if you see some, you know, changes state of deliveries down here or market structure shifts, you know, maybe gold is going to go down lower, but as of right now, it looks pretty bullish and my model isn't there to go short yet. So, but ideally, in my opinion, I'd want to see gold come down to these levels here and hopefully we can target longs, you know, from below 4236. Kind of below my discounted range because we have this range here. We have this range right here. We have a lot of fair value gaps down here. We have some consolidation down here and order blocks. So if I were to, I kind of want to see it come down here. I'm hoping I can get a short to go there. Because why not go short is because my model's not there, right? So I only trade if my setup's there. I don't force it if it's not there. But if it sets up here, I will do it. I'm down to take a short. I just need my trading strategy to present itself. Right now, it's not here. I mean, you even have this 5-minute impulse, you know. Really, this is the ideal because this impulse range has yet to see any retracement on the 5-minute and 1 hour and 15, right? So here's the 15-minute. We've broken structure. It's yet to see any retracement. Same for the 1 hour, right? Impulse range, yet to see any retracement. So for me, I could see shorts definitely being an opportunity here on gold, but the better position, the better setup would be waiting to go long down in these levels down here. Because short, if I'm going short, I'm really only looking for discount. Maybe these lows here, maybe. But you can't get greedy on a short. You don't want to shoot for like this external range of liquidity down here. It's unlikely, right? So a short, you're looking at a very small trade, nothing huge. Where if you go long down here, you know, you wait for longs. Longs, you could target Asia high, New York and NYSE high up here. You know, there's a lot of highs you can target and a big move you can get if you're patient enough to go long on gold. So NASDAQ looks like it's just ripping through day high. So we we looks like maybe this was the play down here with this sweep of liquidity down here. But for me, right, it was pretty choppy on when we go to higher time frames. Oh my gosh, look at NASDAQ. And I was kind of hoping that if we were to get a long opportunity, that maybe we would manipulate these lows first. You know, some of these lows, and maybe get to discount of this premium of this range here. But looks like NASDAQ is just gonna rip. I think I am gonna make a note here of this though, that it right on NASDAQ, when we look at our analysis, NASDAQ was ultimately bullish, right, on higher time frames, the day and the 4 hour. And we had a sweep of these lows. This is my model right here. Let's see if it gave us an entry opportunity though. Actually, it would have never. There's no entry opportunity. This fair value up here. My guess is that's a insane stop loss. Let's see. What is this stop? Oh, that's actually not that bad. 42 points. That's not that bad. So you definitely could have taken this. First target would have been day high. Here. Locking in a little less than 1R. And then, I mean, next target would probably be just 2R. Where's 2R? I would have just gotten hit. Yeah. So I'm going to take a note of that. Let's take a note of that right now. Let's here. It's important to trade journal why it's fresh on your mind. So we're going to take a note of this. You lay lower, never got it. If higher time frames showing bullish, take the stab at a long if setup presents itself. So in the future, we know, hey, higher time frames are ultimately bullish. Let's take a stab, even though maybe it didn't go to the optimal area for us. Let's take a stab at this, right? We would be in line with the higher time frames. We would be in line with, you know, a good momentum. So in the future, you know, we can try to do that. Was your analysis correct? I'd say yes. Oh, well, we got to wait to mark these up until the actual market's over. Yeah, NASDAQ ripped up. Gold is coming down. But it never gave us our entry opportunity. So yeah, I never swept these highs, and it closed through London high instead of wicking above. So it looks like we're not going to be able to take advantage of the short opportunity. So what I'm hoping is gold comes down. What I'm hoping is that gold comes down to this area. Let me change that. Wait, hold on. Jeez. I'm hoping gold comes down right into like this area here. And then there we can look for longs, right? Hopefully it fails to sweep, you know, fails to close below these lows, gives us nice wicks, and also taps into this OTE level here. Below in discount, right? That's what I'm kind of hoping next with gold. But also gold could, you know, tap into one of these fair value gaps and rip up too. But for my model to play out the way I'd want it, I would need it in discount of this range. That'd be the high probability trade setup. And like I told you guys yesterday, it's December. You know, we're looking for those high probability setups. We're not trying to take stupid trades, because December is a month where you preserve capital, not take stupid trades. OTE, Sean, is optimal trade entry. So if it's something I've always known, I just wasn't using it. But essentially, when you're in a impulse range, right? OTE is 62% to 79% retracement of that impulse. So you have discount, and then optimal entry is like 62 to 79%, or really the optimal entry I think is 705 or 702. And I just have that marked out as like, okay, if price comes into discount but then comes down into OTE, that's the very high probability setup, right? So essentially, there'll be fair value gaps lined up with this too. So instead of marking out all the fair value gaps, I just mark out OTE. Yeah, so it's just a optimal trade entry is like the term for that range, the impulse. It's a fancy like ICT concept. Thank you, Marcio, for the follow. I think I said that. I hope I pronounced that right. Bitcoin might give us something right here, actually. Let me go to my BLOFIN account real fast. Bitcoin might just give us something here. All right, we're going to be patient here with Bitcoin. We're going to see what Bitcoin kind of presents. If it fails to, you know, close above this high, you know, maybe that's a potential short opportunity, but I'm going to be patient here with it. I want a clear setup for Bitcoin. I don't want it to be like, oh, I don't know, is that it? I want to be patient here with it. Because honestly, Bitcoin could literally just keep ripping up to this day high and even this day high. I'm bummed. I was really hoping last night. So if we look at the 4-hour on Bitcoin, we had this range here, this impulse range. Look, price came down into OTE for longs from this range. Came into OTE and then ripped up. I was really hoping during Asia it would give me that setup, but it ended up doing it in... Wait. What? Oh, was it yesterday? Was I? Oh, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention to this. Oh, but it never gave us the setup. Yeah, it never gave us the setup. That's super annoying. Yeah. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. I did want to show you guys. I watched this. I don't know if you guys know who. What's his name? Riz. Words of Wisdom. What's his name? I don't know his name. Words of Wisdom. But this guy right here. You guys can see him on my screen. I want to show you guys this video that he made. And I wanted to tell you guys about it because I watched it and I was like, man, this is really good content. with a guy named Jade Caps. This guy, if you guys don't know who Jade Caps is, he's the world record holder for an Apex payout. $2.5 million out of Apex that he got paid out from. This video right here, world's best prop firm trader reveals simple trading strategy from Chart Fanatics. That's the YouTube channel. Go watch this video. Very good video. I mean, they got a lot of good videos. A lot of these traders, like they got Tory Trades on here. What's this guy, Umar, which I'm pretty sure he's the CEO of TradeZella, I think. They got Trader Kane. Where's he at? Trader Kane's video. Where's he at? Right here. The Trader Kane. He's a really good trader too. And this is basically these really good traders. I just found this channel yesterday, or was it the day before? I just found this channel like 2 days ago, and it's literally what he does is he takes these super profitable traders and he vets them too. It's not like they just say they're profitable. He actually vets them, make sure they actually got these payouts, make sure they are profitable, and they literally go into a video sharing their exact trading strategy. That's all Chart Fanatics does. Super sick channel. Great content. So I wanted to share this with you guys as like a great resource to go take advantage of. But yeah, I was enjoying their content. I'm interested to see if gold will come back above this high and sweep it to give us a short opportunity. That high right there. Because I really would like to target these down here, these higher time frame points of interest, and then I might even take the long. If we hit into these levels, I might be down to take it long if the setup comes. Take a nice short to it, and then a long. Also, one thing, just so you guys, I'm just letting you guys in on like some of the research I do. Like, how do I educate myself? How do I keep myself like sharp? What I've also been doing is diving into the Inner Circle Trader videos. I don't know if any of you guys have watched any of these videos. This is like the guy. Like, this is the guy who's created a lot of the concepts, which I don't really know, because I don't really know. I'm diving into his content. I don't really know if I use his concepts or like where did these concepts come from, but to my knowledge, this is the guy who's like started a lot of the ICT concepts. I mean, he's the Inner Circle Trader. He's the ICT. Like, he's the only one that is that. But like the not fair value apps, he didn't create that. Like OTE, the discount and premium of range, smart money trading. You know, he's the guy who's like, I guess, who started this. And so I've been diving into. There's a specific playlist I was diving into. It was the 2016 month one. This one. I've been diving into this playlist. I'm going to literally try to watch all these. I'm going to try to watch like all his like mentorship videos and just sharpen my edge. You know, maybe there's some concepts I'm missing. Maybe there's some ideas that I'm missing that he could, you know, shed light on. But he's a trader he's been doing YouTube for the past 8 years, but he's been trading much longer than that, to my knowledge. Like, he's been doing YouTube for 8, but I think on one of the videos I watched from 8 years ago, he said he's been trading for like 14 years. So 8 years ago, he had like 20 years of experience. And now it's 2025, and now he's got like probably 40-something years of experience. And his ex, if you, sorry, I'm kind of like going off because there's nothing going on in the charts for me that I'm interested in. But if you go to his ex profile and you go to Inner Circle Trader, the ICT, bro, I love his trading. He has these trading videos. That's just him like taking like banger trades. Like, look at this. Just a simple him, you know, casual 15 minis, you know, on a 15-second time frame, and he just shows his trades. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna trade 15-second time frame, but it's cool to watch him take trades. He's really good. He's really good. So it's kind of fun to watch him. Do you think BTC will leg down from 75K to 65K? I have no idea. Flipper. One thing, Flipper, I always try to say in my streams and stuff is I don't predict the market. I probably just I don't predict the market. I just react. I don't try to predict where it's gonna go. I just look at what the candlesticks are giving me in discount, and then I react to what it's going. It could go to 75K, could go to 65, could go to 50, could go 150. I don't know. I just know today we potentially could target, you know, external range liquidity down here around 87, or price could rip through and target 90 to 91,000. That's what I know for today. And I don't try to like go outside of that. I found when I used to do that a lot, I used to try to do prediction videos like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna tell you where Bitcoin's gonna go in the next month. No one knows where it's gonna go in the next month. And I was like, okay, this is like stupid. Like, there's no point in trying to predict the market. Now, one day I probably can get pretty good at it and be like, yeah, I think it's a high likelihood that we go to 75K, right? Like, when I get really good at day trading and really good at reading the markets. But right now, I'm not that guy. I'm not that good. And I just react to what the candlesticks are giving to me within the hour to the next 4 hours of the market. Do you be on Polymarket? I've been looking at it. It looks fun, but I do not do Polymarket. Do you not a believer? What are some of your bets you got going on if you're on it? The one that I think is the stupidest one that people keep betting on is that Fed Chair Powell is going to cut rates in December. Like, he said in 2024, he's only doing a single rate cut in 2025, and he will not do more than that. He already did a rate cut. He's not doing one in December, and people are saying he is. You go to Polymarket, look at it. Let's go to, where is it? Fed decision in December. 91% says he's going to decrease it. He said he's not. Like, he literally said he will not decrease it for December. Where is there no change? 9% say no change. 9% of people actually listened. It can't be free money, right? Like, I do not think he's changing rate cuts. Like, this would be I'd say yes. How much would it be if you betted 9 cents on that? You make $1. So if I put $100 in, I'm making $1,100. That'd be my bet. No change. He clearly said, I literally watched every FOMC meeting last year. He said in 2024, he will not cut more than one time. I think this is a lock. I mean, not financial advice, but I think this is a lock right here. How much do you make of you? 11K? Bruh. What's the max bet? Almost $1 million you'd make on that. Yeah, I'm tempted to put some money in on this one. How much is $1? What do you make off $1? $100? Oh, $11. That's not enough. $10 you make 100. So $100 you make 1,000. Okay, bro. I might. When is this? December 10th. All right. I might. Making me think. I might take advantage of that polymarket one. Yeah, I think what do you use to trade? Adrian, what do you mean by that? I use TradingView and I use prop firms and I have a broker. Maybe you could... I could break those things down for you. No, it just looks cool and can be free money. Place a bet then. Yeah, I think I'm going to place a bet. We might have to do that one. Put 10 bucks in, make 100 bucks. See, just for fun. Like, try it out. What kind of cryptocurrency do you need to... You could do MetaMask, Phantom. Okay, I got Phantom. Okay, we could just... We might do this. We might do this. What day is it? The 2nd? We might do that. I think I'm gonna do that. I'll do a $10 bet just to put my toe in the water, because I'm like pretty confident he will not be cutting rates, and we'll make it easy 100 bucks. Or $5 would be what, $51, $55. I don't want to put a lot on. I don't like gambling. That one's tempting. 100 bucks to turn it into 1,000, dude. Bruh. All right, Nasdaq's continually ripping. Gold never came up to this high. Looks like it's going to continue down lower. We're just going to be patient with gold here. I'm going to set an alert here. And we're just going to do GC. So we're gonna have an alert on gold here. So when it hits this discount, we know we won't miss it. Bitcoin is just blasting through OTE right now on this short opportunity. I wonder if it's gonna give it to us. And we're in this massive 1 hour fair value gap. And there's one more. Let me mark out this one, because it's outside of OTE, but still could be powerful. This 1 hour fair value gap. That one's still something to pay attention to. So I'm not like, let me see something. Nope, it didn't. It closed through it too. Okay. Yeah. But also, Bitcoin could be attacking external range liquidity right now, because it's coming out of this OT on this long opportunity from the 4 hour range. Price could be attacking these highs here. Could come up to this weekly high at 93.091. Bitcoin could just rip through it. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I'll definitely see what it does though here at this day high and H1 fair value gap. Yeah, it looks like Nasdaq's gonna rip through. I'm interested to see what does Nasdaq do in this level here. Right, we have a day fair value gap up here, and I think this day fair value gap, if I'm not mistaken, let's see. Yeah, okay, this is an untested day fair value gap up here. So price could be coming to that, and then maybe we get some kind of reaction at this weekly high, day high, and this day fair value gap on Nasdaq. So We're going to set an alert on this day high. Okay, and then we're going to... Oh, whoops. Whoops. We're going to set an alert at this weekly high, because these are going to be important levels. Why does it have a... You've enabled webhooks. Click here to read our important... Oh, okay. Who cares? So we got those two alerts. And then I am interested to see if we do tap into... Come on. Oh, I can set an alert on a box? Entering rectangle. Oh, no way. That's new. I didn't know you could do that. That's a new alert you can do. You used to not be able to allowed to create alerts on boxes. Oh, that's sick. That means we can do one over here on gold. That's a new alert. I love that. I didn't know you could do that. What's up, guys? Good morning. There's a lot of you joining up. We've had already almost 300 people in the stream. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you guys can, like the stream, share it, show it some love. It means the world to me. I appreciate it. Let me know if you guys got any questions. Right now, we're not in trades or anything. I'm kind of just waiting and sitting on my hands. So if you guys have any questions or anything you would like to ask me about prop firms, day trading, educational things, please let me know if you have anything that you would like to ask. Do you guys know what currency you need for Polymarket? Like what how it works? Oh, here we go. Pick a Polymarket. Yes or no share depending on your prediction. Buying shares is like being on the outcome. Odds shift in real time as others traders bet. Place a bet. Fund your account with crypto, credit card, debit card, or bank transfer. Then you're ready to bet. No bet limits and no fees. Wow, no bet limits? That's kind of crazy. Profit. Sell your yes or no shares at any time or wait until the market ends. Oh, you could sell even before? Oh, that's crazy. You could sell even before it actually happens. So you could not even be... Oh, shoot. That actually is crazy. So you could not even actually have the right bet, but because all idiots want to bet on something, and you know people are going to be stupid and bet on it, you can wait for them to buy up your shares and then sell it to them. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. So, like, you could have bought 25 BPS, like, right when this one opened, probably for, like, 9 cents a share, and then sell it now for 92 cents a share because you knew people would try to bet on that. Whoa, that's crazy. That's actually... yes, this is over here. Sorry, let me get back to it. Sorry, we're looking at Polymarket. This is TradingView. Yes. TradingView is what I use to trade. You can connect your prop firms if you're using Tradeovate. You can connect your prop firms to here. All these prop firms work. So Tradeovate's my favorite. If you have a like Wealth Charts or Rhythmic, you can connect a NinjaTrader. TradeStation, Interactive Brokers is another one popular one. You know, if you do Forex, you can literally trade right from TradingView. Even if you don't have, you know, one of these brokers, they even have more. I wonder if TradingView is still doing their Black Friday sale. Is it over? Oh, Cyber Monday. So if you guys are looking at, if you're interested in, you know, buying TradingView, or you're like, I don't know if I want it, right now is the best time to do it. You can get up to 70% off the premium. I use premium. I like it because you can, where do you, how do you see more details? How do you see the details of the plans? Here we go. So this is why I like premium. I can have up to 8 charts per tab. Indicators, I don't care. I don't even use indicators. But the thing I like, you can have more historical bars. 400 price alerts. I don't ever have that many, but I do use price alerts quite a bit. You could have technical alerts, which allows you to have, you know, some of the 2 watch list alerts. And on these ones, you can't have any of those. You get no ads, right, and stuff like that. But then when you get down to here, alerts that don't expire. That's what I like too. And premium is the only one that allows you to have alerts that don't expire. So you can just set up alerts and don't. Oh, okay. Let's lock in real fast. Gold's hitting a level I'm liking. So, all right, gold is at a level that I'm actually pretty interested in. So I'm going to lock in and see if gold gives us an opportunity down here in these levels. Looks like Bitcoin might hit that fair value up there too. So we also have... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. We also have this low here. So I'm just going to watch these lows here, because we're in discount of this range. Ideally, we fail to displace these lows, and perfect scenario would be we fail to displace these lows and tap into OTE, giving us a long opportunity on gold. That would be ideal scenario right now. Bitcoin is now in that fair value gap for us. Why is it not doing? It must wait until it closes. GC. Okay, I'm watching gold here. Now, gold could even come down even lower here to this OTE, because if you go to gold on the 4 hour, which is something to take note, like be careful of, right? Gold has, or sorry, the 1 hour. Gold has this a little bit lower range for the 1 hour. But then if you go to 4 hour, it even has a lower OT on the 4 hour, right? So price could come down because the 4 hours yet to see really a retracement of this expansion. So the 4 hour could come down to this level here too. We're going to set up an alert too on that box. Let me see. Rectangle, entering rectangle. Price, entering. Okay. Add a condition. Huh. All right. We're going to say once per bar. That's one I definitely want to know. Same for this guy. Once per bar. H1. GC. OTE long. I love that you could do alerts on boxes now. I'm going to be using that a lot. Thank you so much for the follow, Adrian. All right, now we're getting into a sweet spot, okay? How does price react to these lows here? That's very important. If it decides to close through them, we do not have a trade, okay? If it decides to close through them, we do not have a trade. But if it decides to tap them and wick off, we have a trade, potentially. Because then we go down the 1 minute. You guys know what I like. We go down the 1 minute and we look for that inverse fair value gap. Last night too, I was trading gold and we did end the night green like 56 bucks. So very small win last night. Let's see, what is it? Yeah, $56. So we took a loss. We were down $141. And then we took another win off of OTE on a long opportunity, and we're able to make up. We made about 200 something bucks on that win. Okay, so I'm watching the 1 minute right now. There is a fair value gap forming, and now the next thing we need is, do we invert that guy? Because we have hit into these lows. But we also want to see... Oh, this 5 minute candle has 2 more minutes, so we got to be patient. There we go. We hit OTE. Why is the alert not going off? All right, we're going to pause. We're going to pause this guy so we don't get like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It does that sometimes. It just goes like crazy. So we're going to pause that guy real fast because we're watching it. So we don't need to be alerted. We're already alert. We're ready. So I want to see this current 5 minute candle close back above... Ideally, both of these lines, but if it's just a blue one, that's okay too. So I want to see a wick off these lows. If it does not wick off these lows, I do not have a trade opportunity at the moment if it closes through them. We have 52 seconds till this candle closes. Ooh. TikTok Studio almost shut me down again without... They keep... I hate it when they do that, like, are you still active? Like, yes. You can see my microphone input is bringing in noise. Why do you think I'm not being active still? Okay. We're deep into this OTE. We also have these 5-minute lows down here. Yeah, I closed through these. So right now I don't have a trade on gold. It could start going down further and maybe attacking this external range liquidity down here and this London low. So that would be if we can make it down to London low here and give me what I want with a wick, that could be a really good long opportunity. But I'm really bummed that gold didn't give us a trade up here. I'm super bummed about that. It sucks. So we're gonna delete this guy. We're just gonna pay attention here. I want to see how gold kind of reacts. There's a 5-minute fair value gap, this low here. We're in OTE. I want to see how it reacts to here now. And I think we even tapped into the higher time frame OTE, so this H1 OTE. What do you think about Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin's ripping right now. We are in this H1 fair value gap at a day high. We could start seeing a retracement and price coming lower here, but also price could just rip through it and go to day high or this weekly high. So I'm kind of waiting to see what kind of reaction I can do off of Bitcoin. I'm not quite sure what it's going to do right now. What's up? What's up, Jaw Youth? Hope you're having a good morning, dude. But yeah, Bitcoin's pretty bullish right now, actually. Bitcoin's pretty bullish. It's more bullish than I thought it was going to be this morning, to be honest. I didn't think it was going to go this high. I thought I was going to kind of find a lot of resistance in this box here that I have, this OT short from this higher time frame impulse range. But we didn't see any resistance there. We blasted through it. So that's why I really want to sit on my hands right here and be patient. All right, I'm watching gold here. I'm liking the reaction I'm getting. We still have 2.5 minutes, though, left on this 5-minute candle. It's very important we wait from that. Let's go, dude. $10 to 100. Let's go. That's great. That's a great return. Good trade. $10 to 100 is great. That's a 10x. It's up from here. It's the consistency. Yep. 100%. Consistency is key in trading. Bro, none of these box alerts are actually working. I'm kind of confused. It hasn't alerted me on a single one. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you guys. We're at almost 500 likes on the stream too. If you guys can, like the stream, share it, show it some love. I appreciate it. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, Trading Runt. I saw you liking the stream. I appreciate it. All right, so we got a minute left on this 5-minute candle. Let's see how it closes at this low here. And if it closes above it or through it. If it closes through it, we need to be a little bit more patient. And honestly, if it closes through it, I think I'm going to wait for London low and see what kind of opportunity we get at London low here. Bitcoin and NASDAQ haven't presented anything to me yet. And NASDAQ isn't in any key level for me. So really, NASDAQ is kind of in limbo where I just need to be patient. It looks honestly bullish. Like, I kind of don't want to trade against this right now. And NASDAQ had this sweep down here. We were hoping for lower prices, but it didn't give it to us. So we kind of missed the opportunity on NASDAQ. So now there's no point in chasing. Chasing will get you burnt. Yeah, it looks like gold's gonna close through this low. So again, we don't have anything on gold. We're gonna be patient here. I'm gonna be patient now for like London low, or maybe even this low down here on gold. So we had a couple lows in this OTE level here. It's kind of hard to see the London low, but it's right below that dotted line. See this London low line? London low was the only session liquidity, and London high were the only two liquidity that were left behind this morning. NASDAQ is in the middle, gold is on the right, and then Bitcoin is on the left. So if you're on your phone, turn it sideways like landscape, and you'll be able to see all three of my charts. But if you're on portrait, you only get to see gold. I'm waiting on a buy for gold. Yeah, gold's in discount for me, so I'm waiting for buy signals now on gold. I don't have any sell signals, or well, our trading model didn't give us any sell signals up here, even though I was pretty confident shorts would have been the play up here, but it just didn't give us our trade opportunity. It didn't give us our 1 minute kill shot model, so we sit on our hands. But I'm bummed because I thought price was going to come down to these levels here, you know, at least discount. So I would have been a really nice short. I love it. I'll show you guys my Project X account too, so you see the P&L from yesterday too. So this is the Project X. Top of the screen, you can see my P&L. So last night we made $56.56 during Asia, and you guys saw on the live stream yesterday that we made 80. It was like 80 bucks. Oh, here, let me just go to we'll just go to our performance. So yesterday we made $87.28. Today we made $56.56 so far. So we're up 143 for the week so far. So hopefully we can, I mean, these wins are very small. These are not our typical wins. Like our typical win, our average win right now is an over $400 win. So these wins that we have had lately are not very good. They're pretty small wins. We need to start seeing some better wins on our account. But we took this long here. So gold hit into the OTE down here. Massive wick off. We took the long from here. We targeted an unfilled 15-minute. And then my second target was this 15-minute high. We never got to it. And I was trailing 5-minute swing lows. So we got stopped out on this low here. But I'm glad we got stopped out because then price literally ran back down. But too bad this is what I was really looking for. This during London gave us the perfect setup. This setup down here is exactly what I'm looking for right now. This down here, see how price came down into OTE, large wick. This would have been my entry signal, really. I would have entered down here and we just would have probably would have gotten stopped out once, waited again. Boom, price comes down, sweeps this low. Another entry, we target all these highs and you would have got a banger win. So that's kind of what I'm looking for down here. I'm looking for something similar to this down here. We got relative equal lows right here. So hopefully we can get something good down here and target this high. Well, we'd actually target, probably this 5-minute unfilled, then this 5-minute unfilled, and then we'd let the last contract run. Actually, I'd probably just do 5-minute unfilled and then 2R would probably be what my next one would be. Just to help the wins get a little bigger, hopefully. All right, NASDAQ, what are you doing here? What are you doing, NASDAQ? Are you going to give us a long opportunity potentially? If NASDAQ sweeps this low here and decides to give us a long, I might be open to taking a long on NASDAQ too. Because it's kind of retraced into this 5-minute fair value gap, failing to displace this swing low. Yeah, NASDAQ's actually looking... Let's go to NASDAQ real quick. Okay, we got a long ways to go on NASDAQ, but... I hate it when TradingView does this. Cancel. Let me refresh real fast. It's missing a candle. There we go. So this fair value up here is what we need to be inverted on NASDAQ in order to consider a trade. But I also need price on NQ to fail to close below this guy. This low here. But yeah, it looks like NASDAQ could potentially give us a long opportunity here. And target for NASDAQ would be this 5-minute high. And then after that would be day high. Or actually probably 2R would probably be it. You think I should take the buy with you and take the 5-minute profit? These live streams are not meant for like copy trading. If you would like to, sure. But I'm never going to tell you to copy me. I'm never going to tell you to like take the trades I take. It's do it at your own risk. So if you feel confident, if you have a model that backs what I'm doing, if you have a setup that's like, yes, this follows my trading strategy, then sure, do it. But if you're just solely following me just to follow me, I would say no. Just watch me. Don't copy me. Only take it if you actually have a model that you understand and you actually like that's what you take in the normal trading day. I do these streams not to be copied. I do them to help you guys learn and learn from me. If I make a win or I make a loss, either way, I hope you guys can learn from them. If this 5-minute closes below this low, we do not have a trade opportunity. So if this 5-minute closes below that low, we will then ignore any longs. What is going on here? Why is my... Okay. It looks like NASDAQ's going to close through, so it looks like we don't have a trade opportunity. And I'm bummed because it didn't even sweep this high too. It had a little sweep, but this would have been the sweep out. This high would have been the one I would want to see. NASDAQ can really... I feel like NASDAQ hasn't given us a setup in a while. Like a good setup. It's given us little setups like this one down here, but this isn't like a great setup. You know, it hasn't... I feel like it hasn't given us a good setup in a while of our 1-minute kill shot. Same for Bitcoin. I feel like Bitcoin also hasn't really given us a good one in a while. It's been like probably a week and a half since we've gotten a really good trade that I've been like really confident in. This one, if NASDAQ closes above this line, this would be one. This would be a confident trade I would take. Why? You got this impulse range. You're in OTE. You're at discount of this 5-minute impulse range. Like, and the nice thing, like, when you use it over and over again, you just know, like, hey, I'm in discount and I know I'm in OTE, right? I know I'm in those sweet spots. when you do it over and over and over again. You look at it all the time. All right, we're closing through that low, so we got nothing. Okay, we don't have anything here on NASDAQ. Gold's almost to our sweet spot. Let's see how gold reacts here. Gold is almost to these levels down here where we could potentially start looking for longs. With gold down here, I want to see a wick like this guy here, like at like that 4:35 a.m. candle, or even this one over here, this 20:05 candle. Like I want to see something that's like pretty obvious of like that's a rejection. It just rejected those lows, right? I don't want to see it like, ooh, that like barely did it. You know, I want to see it like reject. We're going to delete these guys. And we're just going to focus in on the higher time frame OTE right now just to clean up the chart. We're going to delete this guy too. And this guy. Clean up everything. We will do... This is our NYSE high so far. And this is our NYSE high so far. Okay, and then this is our NYSE high. All right, we've tapped into those levels. Let's see what Bitcoin or gold does here now. Let's see what gold does. I'm hoping it hits London low here. London low is the really good liquidity. Thank you for the follow or the live like. I appreciate you, Daddy Dev. Okay, I'm liking what I'm getting here on gold. We don't have a trade yet though. We need to wait, be patient and wait for this 5 minute to close. Yeah, I'm really liking this gold trade here. All right, if I stop doing chat, it's just because I'm locked in to set up this trade. Okay, how much time do we got on this 5 minute? A minute 20. Okay. Oh, of course it does that. All right, if it inverts this, I'm gonna... Okay, it did. Oh, wait. Whoops. I accidentally sold. Ah. What is going on here? Why is it doing limit buy? Oh, my. There we go. Holy smokes. That was a mess there. Okay, we're in on a trade. Jeez. That was a mess. Set up TPs and targets. Dang, I accidentally took $30 off my profit because I accidentally took a short. That's stupid. Well, looks like we're about to hit our first TP, so that should help. Not just. Okay. All right, here are our targets. So we have, I'll put them all up. Take profit 1. Take profit 2. And then we're just gonna let it, after that, let it run. Actually, we'll probably take full TP. Full TP will be at this high if we can make it up to that high. But this is our position right now. Let me mark it up. Man, I'm so bummed. I accidentally took a short. I don't know why I pressed sell. And it literally took off $30 of my profit. So stupid. Okay. There we go. That's what we're shooting for right now. And those purple lines are TPs, and we'll see what we can capture here. Bang. And to just show you proof, there we go. This is the trade. We're in it. This is so you guys can really see. TPs are set up. Full TP at that New York session high. Stop loss at the swing low, or the liquidity sweep. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this plays out. We're just gonna be patient here. Dang, NASDAQ. Oh, NASDAQ, you suck. Why couldn't you have given us the opportunity? And then let me put stop loss 2. Create. And then full TP. Hopefully we can hit full TP today. That'd be sick. I mean, if we can just hit one of the TPs, that'd be great too. So the first TP is an unfilled 5-minute fair value gap, right? So let's go to our trade checklist, right? We went long. Okay. Are we in discount or the range? We are in discount. Do we have a 5-minute inverse fair value gap before M1 inversion? No, we do not. Okay. What do I mean by that? Did we invert into these 5 minutes before we swept this low? No, we didn't. That's not a requirement. It's a confluence that builds on our trades to make it more powerful. Do we have M1 displacing bullish? Let's see. Is the M1 displacing bullish on that level? Do we have any fair value gaps down here? I think we do. Yes, we have 1 fair value gap, 2 fair value gaps. So the M1 is displacing. M5 liquidity sweep, we did get that. And we did get the M1 inversion. What are we targeting? We're targeting M5 IRL. And 50% of range. And then we're also targeting session high lows. Or actually, no, we'll say 15-minute ERL is what we'll say. Not session high lows because the session's not over. So that high could be a different level. So we've marked off our trade checklist of is it a trade we're taking? And I'd say yes, this is definitely a trade we're taking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 out of the 5 confluences have been ticked off, and all the important ones have been ticked off. The M5 inverse fair value gap is just an extra confluence I like to see if it presents itself. But we didn't get that one on this one, so hopefully the dangers of not waiting for an inversion on a 5 minute before taking the trade is price could come down one more time and sweep this low and then potentially give us a trade opportunity, right? So that's the dangers of taking a long kind of before you get some 5 minute like disrespectfulness of like bearish momentum. That's the risk you take. But for me, this is, I think, a high probability setup. So if you go to the 1 hour, right, we've tapped into this 1 hour fair value gap down here. We've tapped into the OTE of this impulse range, you know, and now hopefully gold can come and target this 1 hour high that it previously made, right? So that's what I'm kind of hoping here. The issue that we could run into, again, that we talked about before, the issue we could run into is that this 4 hour range could be what price is targeting, and that we get caught in this little trap, and that actually price wants to come down to this 4 hour range discount, because we're going right now off of the 1 hour range. So that could be also something that plays against us in this trade, is that the 4 hour time frame might want to push a little bit lower. But what we're kind of shooting for here, right, if the 4 hour time frame does want to push lower, we'd at least capture, that's why we have these take profits, we at least capture the lower time frame retracement before it continues. Okay, so that's why we take partials. That's why I don't personally take and just wait for, you know, this high, because for me, I know that price could actually come right back down and target external range liquidity at these lows here, because the 4 hour looks like it might want to come down a little bit lower. What would be nice is maybe this 5 minute, you know, gives us an order block that we can then, you know, use to our benefit, or maybe even a swing low on this 5 minute that it can create that we can move stops to. So that's what I'm kind of hoping here, is that maybe this is price just kind of playing around and it'll give us like an order block or something like that. So prices, there's this 5 minute or 1 minute fair value gap. Price is in right now. I'm kind of hoping it respects this. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't disrespect this fair value gap, right? We want to see price holding bullish footprints. We don't want to see price disrespecting bullish footprints right now. Yeah, it looks like we might be in danger here. We'll see. For me, I'm not closing my trade early. I'm letting it run. I know the risk I'm taking, which is actually less than what I typically like to risk. I typically risk about $200 on a trade. Right now, we're risking $195. So we're a little bit less than what we typically risk on a trade with like gold or NASDAQ. So would it be a bummer though if we take a loss? Yes, but it's nothing we can't recover from. That's why we have our scaling model. That's why we take high probability setups, and we're patient. Actually, let's watch the 1 minute. I want to see how this 1 minute does here. What I see here is 1 minute just created a bearish footprint. I would love to see us disrespect that, and that'd be a good confluence for me, because now it's showing, okay, sellers are trying to step in and the buyers immediately disrespect whatever the sellers give. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. I appreciate you. Ideally, this candle doesn't like respect this fair value gap. It closes within it or through it. That'd be what I really want to see. All right, can we invert this? That'd be ideal. Boom. This is the inversion we had. This is the fair value gap we were watching. I'm just going to mark out these footprints. Let me go to here. And then ideally we invert that bearish fair value gap. Ideally. I'm like, we're literally in between two footprints of like, which one is it going to disrespect and which one is it going to respect? Right? Like, oh man. This is like when it's like, ooh, are we gonna take the dub? I think if we invert that bearish one, it's like, okay, I think we should be pretty good, at least to target that first TP of the unfilled 5. I'm liking what I'm seeing. That's 2 bullish candles closures back to back. Hopefully we can get that inversion. Dang, NASDAQ. Look at what NASDAQ did. It did what we thought it was gonna do. It just didn't give us the trade opportunity. Okay, so I'm hoping the 5-minute can give us this order block, and it would actually give us a swing low, which would be a spot that I'll move my stops to if this next 5-minute candle can close higher than the previous one. We'll see, though. It's not looking good. This isn't looking good in our favor for the 1 minute. Yeah. 7 seconds left on this 1 minute candle. It's engulfing that upward momentum, respecting that fair value gap. Yeah, it looks like it might continue lower. We'll see though. Because, right, we've hit into this level. We had a big bearish momentum. This could be where we start to consolidate a little bit before we start to see momentum upwards. So that's why I'm not willing to like close a trade or anything like that. Like, let it just play out. My audio's glitched. Is my audio messing up, guys? If you're in chat, could you let me know if my audio's, is that just for him or is that for everyone? I think my audio has been pretty clear all morning. No? Okay, thank you. Chezik, I think it might be you. I think it might just be you. As I think my audio has been pretty clear all morning. So sorry, dude. Maybe like refresh or like exit the stream and then come back. But we'll see if we get stopped out here. As of right now, I think we're going to get stopped out. The way that these candles are closing, they're not looking good for us. The one thing in our favor is maybe price fails to displace this 1 minute swing low and we get a push off from there. But as of right now, this isn't looking great in our favor. But again, like I told you guys, right? H4 could be where this is going to those lower levels. But I think this trade is a A+ setup, and even if it loses, I'm fine with that. Frank, thank you so much for the subscription or the subscribing on YouTube. I appreciate you, Frank. I just noticed that. One thing that I learned, I showed you guys that Jade Cap video. One thing that he learned, and I learned from one of it in this podcast, is like, hey, when you take that trade, when you take that setup, right, and you waited, you were patient, you waited for it to hit the levels you want, you waited for all your confluences to hit. When you open that trade, just mark that money that you're risking off as already gone, right? Because then the trade is less stressful. So if I get stopped out here, right, I'm less stressed. I'm not freaking out because I know what I risked. I know I'm within my risk parameters, and I know that I'm willing to lose that and take the risk of, hey, maybe we're right and we do win, or maybe we lose and we take a loss here, but it's nothing we can't recover from. And I think that's something like, as a new trader, if you're someone new watching me, you're learning how to trade. If you can learn how to manage your losses and manage your emotions through the losses, that's how you become successful. Okay, we got tapped out there. And it looks like it's going to fall down lower. And that's okay. You know, we knew the risk we're taking. We waited for our setup. And it didn't give us a setup. And that's okay. Or it didn't give us a win on this. And that's okay. We can... Let's delete this one. Looks like price wants to push down lower to Let's delete these guys and London low. Okay, and this low here. Okay, looks like price wants to come down lower. Oh, look at NASDAQ. Oh, I just noticed NASDAQ. Did it invert it? I don't think it did. NASDAQ might actually give us a trade opportunity here. See how NASDAQ's failing to displace this high here? Yeah, if NASDAQ inverts a fair value gap, I'd be open to taking this. We're in premium of this range. Bitcoin closed through the high, so Bitcoin, we can ignore that. Bitcoin looks like it's going to go to that day high up there. Okay, it looks like gold wants to come down to this H4 range down here and target more of this liquidity. So we're gonna be patient. We're gonna sit on our hands and wait for gold to give us a better setup. Yeah, it looks like NASDAQ's gonna give me something here. I'm gonna take a stab at if it inverts. And if we get it, I'll show you guys the setup. Oh, frick. Oh my gosh. I swear. Dude, I accidentally... I hate it when Top Step does that. They have... like, when you switch charts, they don't switch the contracts you're trading for. And I literally accidentally bought a gold contract... or sold off a gold contract. Stupid. Yeah, NASDAQ, I just entered my position. And we're gonna go to this also. Okay, that's that there. Okay, we have our TPs set up on NASDAQ. Let me show you my TPs on here. Let me get it all set up so you guys can actually see the position. So first TP is here. Second TP. That's an unfilled 5-minute. And then second TP is this 5-minute low. We're not shooting for anything crazy here. Oh, whoops. That's supposed to be take profit. Stop loss is at this high. There we go. And I'll get the actual trade set up for you. So we're risking like a very small amount. Bro, holy smokes. I accidentally sold off a gold contract. And I didn't realize it was in profit when I closed it because I accidentally sold it. That made me $100. So stupid. So stupid. Okay. Right there. We're almost to first TP. Hang on. There we go. Now you guys can see this. We'll set up alerts. There we go. 3 alerts set up. So if you hear a cha-ching, we either got stopped out or we're hitting TP. So, and it looks like right now we're going to hit the first TP of that unfilled 5, which would be great. I'd be very grateful that we hit a TP today. Bitcoin still has yet to give us anything over here. So Bitcoin, we're going to delete this OTE here. We're going to delete this. And we're going to delete. We'll leave that fair value up there for now. I really hope NASDAQ can, yeah. I really hope NASDAQ can hit that. Our TP be pretty nice. Let's go to, let's mark out some fresh, yeah, we got this fresh range here on NASDAQ that we should pay attention to. So our OTE for long has changed on NASDAQ, and we need to be aware of that. Okay. There, that's our new range. So I think we're in a good spot for the short. Hopefully it works out. It's actually not looking too good right now with that 5. It was looking good for a little bit. Let's do our trade checklist for this one real fast. Let's add another one because we had a trade checklist. Which direction are we going? Why is it saying that? Oh, we went short on NQ. Short, we were in premium. We had an M5 inversion. We had displacement. We had the liquidity, and we had the 1 minute inversion. Right? So if we look, this one had all 5 things that we were looking for. Over here, price inverted 5 minute fair value gaps, creating a high, right? Creating 5 minute displacement. And if you go to the 1 minute, a lot of 1 minute displacement, very strong momentum to the downside, right? Now, the thing that's playing against us, right, is we do have this ultimate like bullish trend going on with NASDAQ, and price could still come and attack this day high. That is playing against us. But what we're kind of shooting for here is like a little retracement with NASDAQ to the downside, targeting these unfilled 5 minute fair value gaps, right? We're not shooting for anything crazy, and maybe external range liquidity, right? Or OTE of this range on the 1 hour. So we're not shooting for anything crazy or being greedy, but we'll see what happens here. It could very well stop us out and go up to day high. So, but we got our setup. Price failed to displace this high, not once, but twice. And gave us our 1 minute inversion of this fair value up here. So we got our setup. It's not like this is a bad trade or a bad setup. And it just might be one of those days where maybe today we're taking some losses. Man, we're almost a TP2 here on the Sunfilled 5. I think if it keeps breaking above this 5 minute wick, I think we're going to get stopped out. Yeah, it's making a 5 minute order block. And some... Nope. Oh. We don't have any displacement here. No fair value gap. So hopefully we get like a pretty aggressive move to the downside now. You know, failing to displace some of these highs here. That's why it's important to just stay level-headed through your trades. I mean, you guys have seen it when I'm not level-headed, and you guys have seen it when I am level-headed. And if you can stay level-headed in a trade, you know, and just say, hey, I know what I'm risking. Right now, this trade is risking $118. So that's less than what we're typically risking on a trade. Like I told you guys, we're typically risking around $200 or more. So this is, I'm totally fine with this. Like if we lose, okay, that's fine. Our average winner is over $400 a win. So we can easily make this back up, and it's no sweat off our back. let's not let a loss, if it does lose, get in our head and put us on tilt, right? That's why it's super important. Like when I took this gold loss, if I got on tilt or started freaking out over a loss on gold, I would have probably missed this opportunity if this works, right? Or I would have maybe made more stupid decisions on gold, trying to go long again, or trying to go like making stupid decisions over here on NASDAQ because I'm tilted because of a loss, right? It's extremely important to stay level-headed and not let a loss dictate what you're going to do. All right, looks like we might hit TP here. Oh, okay, TP's hit. We're going to move stops to break even. And so far, this is a winning trade. So hopefully we can catch a winner here. We're stops are at break even right now. And we're actually green for the day because I accidentally took that one stupid gold short. We're green $19. I'm shorting on NASDAQ here. So NASDAQ on my middle screen. If you're looking on TikTok, if you're in portrait mode, you won't see my trade. You got to turn it to landscape. You'll see my trade. But we're taking a short on NASDAQ right now. A little scalp. I'm not expecting anything crazy from this. Okay, so if you're expecting like, hey, should I join your trade? One, I don't do this to copy. And two, it's probably not a good idea to join if I've already hit my TPs, right? If I'm already entered in the trade and I'm already hit my first TP, probably not a good idea to join up. Just to be super, super transparent. We're going to delete this OTE over here on gold. And I'm going to focus in on these levels down here now. These are the levels I'm more interested because we've broken through these lows. We've disrespected these bullish swing lows and pushed through. So now it's like, hey, these are the more important levels. Is Bitcoin giving us a setup? Not really. No. Bitcoin isn't giving us anything. It already inverted a fair value up beforehand on the 1 minute and it swept this 5 minute high, but there's literally not a single fair value up to invert on Bitcoin for a very long time. So there's nothing here on Bitcoin that I'm seeing. Next target for us on NASDAQ would be this 5 minute external range liquidity. So let's go to our trade checklist, right? What are we targeting? We targeted 5 minute ERL and 5 minute IRL. Those are our two targets on this trade. And then full TP. This one, full TP, I would say would probably be at like OTE long, which would be here. We're going to put a full TP at what was that? 25. What was that trade? We'll put at this low here, this 5 minute low. Oh, wait, we'll just mark it out. I have the tool. $0.702. Okay. Full TP is at OTE. on this trade. So if we hit OTE down here, that will be full TP. Okay. Price is looking good. So we're gonna go down here. This is full TP. That'd be a 9R. Holy smokes. That'd be a sick trade. Thank you so much for the share. Thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love. Thank you guys. And I want to show you guys too that I'm not lying. Look at it. Here's my actual setup. This is our live trade. You can see floating P&L at the top of the screen. Trade set up at break even, right? So like, just so you know, I'm not like just putting a random trade on the screen. Like, it is a real trade. We're actually showing a live account. This is a funded account on Top Step. And yeah. If we can invert this 5-minute fair value gap, I think this external range liquidity is pretty much a lock for us. I am tempted to take off one contract. We're up. Yeah, I think I'm going to take off one contract. Maybe a little early. We're up over 300 bucks. I didn't realize that. I'm gonna take off a contract a little early because that would hit my daily profit goal. And yeah, for our payout on this account. So I moved my stop or my take profit up a little bit earlier. I didn't realize we're up 300 bucks. There we go. Okay, now we've realized 174 on the day. So we hit our other TP. I took it off early because I did not realize we were already up 300. So now we have one contract floating, and hopefully we can hit full TP down here. That'd be another almost 400 bucks for us. So there we go. We go from down 164 to up 174 because we stayed level-headed, we executed, and we didn't let losses get in our head. So I hope this is helpful, guys. I hope you guys are learning. Stops are still at break even. We're not going to move those yet. Yeah, really. There's nothing for me to move it to. So they stay where they are. Could we even... We could have TP down at London low. Yeah, I'm going to move TP, the full TP to London low. Because if it really decides to move... Oh, it's really moving. I kind of want to have it at London low down here. And we'll be trailing stop loss. So we might get stopped out earlier. But London low is the last liquidity I see on the screen. That's a session low that could be targeted. So we're going to move down to London low. Our full TP. So if price decides to really rip through this, right, and head to this day fair value gap down here, you know, we're primed to really, really get a good trade here. So we'll be trailing stops though. So we've already taken 2 TPs. So no, this is NASDAQ. We're trading NASDAQ on this trade. Gold, we did take a small loss this morning. But again, our NASDAQ trade got us in the green. And you can see at the top of the screen, our realized trade is 174.55 for the day. So we're up 174 bucks on the day. So pretty good day. Not bad at all. We've hit a payout goal, right? So on Top Step, you have to hit $150 or more to lock in payouts of 5 days. So we're hitting those day goals. So, and now we don't get greedy. Now we just wait. Oh, shoot. I just noticed Bitcoin did invert a fair value gap. Ah, it's okay. We missed it, though. We're focused in on this trade over here. Yeah, it's looking great. Let me see if I can move stops down a little bit. The one thing I want to be careful of, okay, is that we do have this unfilled 5. Okay, so I don't want to get too, right? We have this unfilled 5. If we go down the 1 minute, we have this swing high. I'm going to move stops to this 1 minute swing high outside this 5 minute fair value gap. That should be good. We should not be coming back up. Price is pushing out pretty aggressively. We got a lot of fair value gaps protecting us. So we'll move it to this 1 minute swing high. And the next spot I would move it to is if we get a fair value gap here on this 5 minute, breaking this low, I'd be down to move my stops to this 5 minute wick. Because maybe that'd probably be confirmation that this is now a 5 minute breakaway gap. What are you trading? NASDAQ. Yeah, NASDAQ. We're trading NASDAQ. MNQ. You see it on the screen. MNQ. If you're looking on the screen, if you're looking on your phone and your phone's portrait mode, turn it landscape, you'll see all my screen. You'll be able to see everything. If you're looking on a phone. No, I do. I trade gold and Bitcoin. I trade all three. There just isn't trade opportunities right now, so we're not trading them. NASDAQ right now is the only one that gave us a trade opportunity, so that's the one we took. I traded gold this morning, but we took a small loss on gold. And if you look on my account here, we were able to offset that loss on this NASDAQ trade. So, and if you look on my screen, when I'm sharing my screen, you see gold on the right, NASDAQ in the middle, Bitcoin on the far left. So all three assets are on my screen and we trade them. Sweet. I love it. Thank you, Dio. I appreciate you. Yeah. Since you're new to my content, feel free. Ask any question. If you want to know a little bit more about me, like want to know what I do, what I trade, let me know. Where's your stop loss at break even? If you look at here's, or no, sorry. Stop loss is not at break even. It's at the 1 minute swing high. This 1 minute swing high right outside the 5 minute fair value gap. That's where I put my stop loss. So let's actually adjust this on the, it's right there. That's where stop loss is at. That swing high on the 1 minute time frame, right outside the 5 minute fair value gap. Where's your take profit? We've already hit 2 of my take profits. Okay. Take profit 1 was an unfilled 5. Take profit 2 was this external range liquidity, but we took it a little bit early because I saw we were already up $300. So we took it a little early, but we already hit 2 of our TPs. Final TP is London low. So final TP is all the way down here at London low. If price decides to really displace here on NASDAQ and decide to rip through these ranges down here, because we have this unfilled day fair value gap down here also. So price could definitely come down, rip through, attack London low, and maybe even attack day low. So I don't know if it's likely that we're going to hit London low. Okay. Right. We have a lot that could stop us. We have discount of this range. We have OTE here. So I'm going to be trailing stops. So if we don't hit London low, then we get trailed out on trailed stops and profit. Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, that's typical. That's typical to feel that way. When I first started trading, I felt like I was invincible. I was like, this is a money hack. This is a money glitch. This is so easy. I'm going to make so much money trading. And then you come to realization after like 6 to a year in, you're like, wow, this is way harder than I thought. Yes, MNQ and MGC is what I trade. Are you buying or selling? I sold. I shorted. Yeah. Are you trading? Why are you laughing? Oh, I know why you're laughing. Yeah. What are the chances that London low hits? London low is unlikely to hit. I would say there's like a 75% chance, right? Because if we go to the 4 hour, we're looking very bullish, right? We're looking very bullish. You know, we've inverted bearish footprints to the upside. You know, we didn't hit day high up here. There's a 4-hour fair value gap here. There's OTE that could stop us. It's likely, I'd say like 75 to 80% chance, but it is also unlikely that it doesn't hit. I think it depends. It honestly depends on how do we react in this level here. When we get to here, in this area here, when we start getting to these lows here in OTE, when we start getting in here, and that'll tell me everything I need to know about price. Okay, I'm gonna move stops down a little bit lower to this 5-minute displacement candle, the wick of this 5-minute candle, because we got a new fair value gap, so we locked in a little bit more here. Stops are at that wick of that 5-minute candle. There we go. So yeah, if we're able to make it to these lows in this OTE box, what happens in here will tell me everything. If it's like gold, when gold hit our levels and it just left really big bearish candles, okay, we're probably going to hit London low then, right? One thing we can check too is, let's go to ES real fast. Let's see what MES is doing. Look at MES. Wow, MES is disgusting price action. That's gross. But MES is having a very bearish reaction, right? NASDAQ has taken external range liquidity. ES has not. So NASDAQ could be the leading indicator here. Let's delete these drawings, clean it up a little bit. I hate a messy chart. Okay, we're almost into discount. We're in discount now. I'm gonna move stops down a little bit tighter. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. Let's see the 1-minute time frame. Is there any spot I can move it to? I'm gonna move it to this 1-minute candle here that has this fair value gap and multiple fair value gaps below it. Because at this point where we're at on the chart, we could definitely reverse at any moment, right? Like this could be where price quickly comes back up. And so why not lock in what we can, right? This has been a great trade. Really good trade. And this is the power of impulse ranges. Yep, it's about to hit that area. So right now we have these lows. How does price react to these lows? Does it give a big rejection wick or does it displace through them? If it displaces through them, guess what? London lows probably something we can target. We're hitting this low. This is the first low we're hitting. This is an important one. This is the low that was formed at market open too, at the 9:30 a.m. candle. So this low is very important. Let's see how we react to it. Okay. Again, do we close through it or do we wick off of it? I would not get in. No, I've already hit 2 TPs, right? So think about that. I've already hit 2 of the 3 TPs I've targeted. You would be taking a trade when I'm deep in profit, right? I just said it's very likely that price could reverse on us right now. If you take a long here, it's very likely you lose. Yeah, it's very likely you lose if you take a long here, right? Now it could go through. But think, I'm way into profit. I'm up 360, 372 on one contract. You'd be buying at my profit, right? So don't chase. If you missed it, the best thing to do, if you missed this trade and you're not in it with me and you profited, the best thing you can do right now is take notes of what did I do to be profitable in this way and then go and practice it so tomorrow you can execute on the same way I just did. But don't chase. That'll be the death of you, right? Okay, we closed through this low. Now we're hitting OTE. This could be a dangerous spot too, where it decides to flip, right? So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing though. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. I'm gonna move stops down to this low. Because if I'm correct, if we are gonna go to London low, price should get aggressive here. Price shouldn't come all the way back up. It should look like gold, where it had a little retracement and then shot right back down, right? Use gold as a great example here. I go live every day, yes. Every single day, market open, Monday through Friday. I'm on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. So if you don't want to watch live on TikTok, you can go on YouTube, Twitch, Kick. I would highly recommend subscribing to my YouTube channel because I have my complete strategy coming out in about 3 days. Okay, and I'm going to post a video of this exact strategy I just took to make this trade. I'm going to give you guys a complete breakdown, my pre-market analysis, my technical analysis, my impulse ranges, my entry signals, my confluences. I'm giving you everything in that video. So go subscribe to my YouTube channel. That video should come out by end of week. I'm going to move stops down a little bit lower here on this 5 minute. I'm going to move it to the body of that candle. There we go. It's at the body of this 5 minute now. Bang. This should blast through. That's my goal here. That's what I'd want to see. I want to see what a gold did. That Bitcoin short over here, I'm bummed I missed it, but it worked out. This is looking perfect. This is exactly how I want these candles to look right now. If we can close below this low, that's a great confluence for me. And we should disrespect this OTE. The only way you should be trying to catch a London low trade here is if you have a trading model that actually supports you taking a trade, not just taking a trade because I'm in profit. That'd be the one thing. If you can say, hey, I have an actual clear model that supports me taking a short here, that'd be the only reason you should be taking a trade, is if your trading model that you have created or that you use is actually showing up. But if it's not, you should not be taking a trade right now. You should be just being patient. Because what if a long setup here? There could be a long setup right here for NASDAQ. Like if price decides to fail to displace this low here at OTE, this could be a perfect long. You know? Let me see something. I'm going to see on the 1 minute. If we on the 1 minute on NASDAQ here, if we invert a fair value gap, I will close my position. There's this little fair value gap up here. And IFVGs. So if we invert this guy, I will close my position. But if we do not invert it and decide to keep pushing, you know, I'm good to hold it. But if we invert that, that's confluence that's a 1 minute kill shot to go long, which is against my position. I'll close it and just be done for the day. But I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. Looks like I might push through it. Sorry, I have people texting me about trading right now. Some people are up. Why would you not go long if you know it's to a hit? Because I'm green for the day. So for me, if I'm green for the day, and that trades up, I'm done. I beat the market. I don't need to keep trading. I'm at the stage where like if I'm green for the day, I'm done for the day. I don't try to keep shooting. I'm not there to where one day I will take more trades. But as of right now, where I'm currently at in my trading journey, I think it's better to just wait. Let's go. Let's go. Up 600. Let's go, bro. That's a banger trade. Okay, I'm going to move my stops to this 5 minute high because we should not be returned. This should be aggressive. So we should be solid now. Let's go. Up 600. Stops are now at this 5 minute high. Oh, what the heck? I don't want to. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. Guys, this is a killer trade. How many points are we up right now? From where stop loss is up, we're up 170 points, dude. That's a 8.46R trade. I mean, come on. Come on. That's pretty good, right? Can I get dubs in the chat for that? Can I get dubs in the chat? I feel like that deserves some dubs. Yeah, let's go. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you, Trading Rent. Yeah, this is a typical trade, right? Like I told you guys, a typical win is we're about $400, right? This one will actually make more than 400, which is right on track for our typical win for a trading day. And for me now, if price comes up and stops me out at this 5 minute high, I'm fine. We hit our target. We're like deep in a profit that we're able to recover. So if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Like if it runs to London low, oh well. But it could actually fail to displace this low here. Where our stop loss, our trailing stop now is in discount of this range. So if price decides to flip, this is a spot where longs could definitely start happening, right? So I'm fine with where my trailing stop is at. This is definitely an area where price could flip on me and go right back up. So I'd rather lock it in. We've locked in $339 on the trailing stop. So we'll be up over 400 for the day if we get stopped out, which is perfect. That's right on target for what I kind of shoot for. for my trades, and I'm very happy with that. It's important to not get greedy, right? Greed is the killer of every day trader. I missed 2 trades today, long and short. Sean, the best thing you can do right now, don't let it beat you down. Trade journal it, right? What did you miss? Why did you hesitate? Or what did you like not see? Whatever it is, you know, trade journal that. Don't beat yourself up. You've been killing it lately, Sean. You've been killing it, dude. You've been doing really well. So I just want to remind you that you've been doing really good, dude. I love seeing you show up every morning with me. Like, I really appreciate it. I love seeing your growth of what you're doing, your demo accounts. Like, you're killing it, dude. Can I join in now? No, do not join in now. I'm already in. I'm literally about to close my position. Do not join in. Where do you trade journal? I trade journal at TradeZella. Thank you. Thank you for that question. I traded at TradeZella. Use code Maniac and give you 20% off. So when you see me use my trade journal, all this stuff, my trade checklist, use code Maniac, get 20% off. By far the best trade journal out there. Link is in bio. Link is in the description if you're on YouTube. Go for it. I see a long. For me, NASDAQ right now, longs. Actually, yeah. Longs could be a play here on NASDAQ. Let me see. Did we invert a fair value? Yep, we did. So it's okay. We're about to get stopped out, but we did invert this fair value up here, and longs. Yeah, longs are valid on this here for NASDAQ. I won't be taking it, but there is a potential setup for longs on NASDAQ right now. It would look like this. Here, we'll wait until we get stopped out. No, okay, we're stopped out. We're closed out for the day. Let me make sure. Yeah. Bang, dude. What a banger trade, man. That was a great trade. 8R trade. 8.46R. Okay, nice. Yeah, this long here is valid. I'll show you guys the setup for this. Right? We swept these lows in OTE. We inverted this fair value gap here and got tapped in. Right? And then you would target. So where's targets on this one? I'd say unfilled 5, first target. And then next target could be external range liquidity of that New York session high. So yeah, longs are valid on this. I will not be taking it again. I will not be doing it because I'm already green for the day. We made we made 514 bucks. I thought we were only in 400. 514 bucks today. Let's go. We're green. Let's go to the week. We're green $601.46 on the week. That's a good week. We're still down. Thanksgiving week, I did take some losses. What's the count at? Wait, are we up? We're green in our accounts. $71.52. Coin name, we don't trade coins. We're trading NASDAQ, gold, and Bitcoin. We trade futures on prop firms. Francesco. So yeah, I think this long would be actually a really good trade opportunity. It'd be just breaking my rules if I take it. I'm already green for the day. We don't take more trades, so that's I can't break that rule. But it'd be a great trade. If I think it'd be a high probability. You're in a higher time frame discount. You're in OTE. You've swept these lows and waked off of them, right? So if you're planning on going long, I would say you're not in a bad position. Coin name, we don't trade coins. This is NASDAQ. We're trading futures contracts on NASDAQ. So we're trading on a prop firm. We're trading Top Step account, a funded account on Top Step. It's NASDAQ. We're not trading meme coins. But if you have questions on futures trading, Francesco, I can definitely answer a lot of questions. And it sounds like you're a trader, so If you don't know about prop firms, you should definitely look into them. It's huge opportunity for day traders. Like, I'd say the best opportunity right now in day trading ecosystem. General, thank you for the rose. I appreciate you. Thank you. You entered? Nice, Sean. Nice, Sean. I think this should be a good trade for you. Again, targets for me would be unfilled 5 and external range liquidity at the top there. You could even target discount of this little short 5-minute range. So you could target discount. That'd be right below this 5-minute unfilled. You could target OTE of this short range here at like 572, right? Just have clear targets. If you're going into a trade without targets, you didn't have a trade in the first place, okay? When you're going into a trade, you need to have clear targets that say, I am targeting this exact spot. I'm targeting, this is my next exact target, okay? And you do not move them, right? Once you've targeted them. Now for me, I did move my full TPs because once I have my last contract, that's just a trailing one. I try to get as much juice out of it as I can. So if it wants to run, I'm down to move that one around. But once you have partial TPs, they stay where they are. You target those and you do not get greedy. Unless you're going lower because you're seeing things that are changing. Unless you're going lower, that's okay. Like I did, right? When we were at almost external range liquidity, I noticed I was already up over 300. And I said, hey, if I take one contract off, I hit my daily goal of 150. So I'm down to go a little lower to lock in that $150 in profit for the day. That's okay. But don't go greedier where you're like, I want to get more out of this. Because there's a reason why you're targeting that, okay? Took your trade tip for longs, locking out today, made profit. Let's go, Khaled. Let's go. Check DMs after this. All right, I'll check them. If you got questions, though, it's probably easy if you just ask them in here. Because I can answer, you know, on the fly, really give you good trades. Would you trade again? No, I'm done for the day. Now, if I did not take a trade, right, if I still was good up, I could take a trade right now. But I already took a trade. I'm green for the day. But like I'm saying, this is a valid long. So if you didn't take the short and you're looking for that trade opportunity, this long is valid, right? I'm targeting 50%. That's a beautiful target, Sean. That's a perfect target. I like that. That's a little bit lower than this unfilled 5. I think that's a good target. Because, right, price could still come down lower. It could still come down and attack London low. It could come attack this day fair value gap. Right? So, you know, it could do kind of like what gold did where it kept continuing on. So not to say that this long is invalid, but there are some things that are playing against you a little bit on this long, right? You did break some structure to the downside on the 5 minutes. The things that are playing in your favor is you're in discount of that 1 hour range, right? So you need to be aware of all the things that can play against you and all the things that can play for you when you join a trade. Love you too, Toxic Boy. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you guys so much for the love. Let's go. We got 32 new followers today. Did we hit our target? Oh, we're just shy of 10 followers to hit 1,500 followers. Thank you guys so much for all the love. I appreciate you. All right, guys, I'm going to call it for the day. That's about all I had. Thank you so much for the rose, General. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for the follows, Mim Trades, Mark, Khaled, General. Thank you, guys. And for all you new guys that are kind of like just capturing my content, just kind of running into me, I day trade every single day, Monday through Friday at market open, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, every single day I trade here. So if you want to join in, I trade on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So pick your preferred live streaming platform, and I'm on all of those. I highly recommend you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post a lot of content on there that teaches you exactly what I trade every day. So if you go on there right now, we'll go to my channel real fast. This is one of the best videos I have right now. if you're looking to pass prop firm accounts, look at this video right here. That's my most recent video. And then this week I will have my exact trading model breakdown going live this week on YouTube. So if you want to watch that video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. That one goes live this week. I would love to have you guys watch that. I know a lot of people have been asking. That's been my most requested video, is what's my trading model. So I did a really in-depth video of my exact trading model, so you guys can then literally just copy it, take it, practice, and learn it yourself. Should I go in NASDAQ longs now? Yeah, I mean, maybe. If you have, like, again, you need to have a trade model, right? If your trade setup's there, take it. My entry, look at where my entry would have been on this trade. Look at where my entry would have been. So look at where you're entering, right? Take a note of that. Drop the YouTube name. It's cut out of, oh, okay, Maniac Trades. I'll put it in the comments right now. Maniac Trades. Link is also in bio. Is the YouTube name. Why is it cutting it off? Oh, it is cut off. There you go. Maniac Trades. That's my YouTube. Link is in bio. And then also, if you use code Maniac for TradeSyncer, TradeSyncer, you get 20% off or 10% off. That's for people who want to copy multiple prop firms. If you want to use TradeZella, the best trade journaling software, and you want 20% off, use code Maniac. And then if you want Apex for 80% off your accounts and $69 100K accounts, use code Maniac, and I'll get you Apex deals also. So we run a lot of deals for you guys. Long or short? Longs are what are on NASDAQ that are valid right now. Shorts are not valid right now for NASDAQ. Something else you could trade, if you watch my video on YouTube, the sniper's trap, you're getting an order block here on the 5-minute time frame. That would be another valid entry for a long. So that would be a little bit worse of an entry, but it's still an entry that you could potentially use. You got to wait for this 5 minute to close. For that one, I would target 2R because it's a lot tighter. But yeah, 1 minute kill shot, you would have already entered your entry. Look at the entry on 1 minute kill shots. Like, come on. It's so good. Can I enter? Again, you got to have a trading. You got to be able to be confident. Oh. You got to be able to be confident in your setup. If you're asking me to enter, I would say don't enter. If you're asking for my permission to enter, I would say don't do it. Okay? I'm not in a trade, right? Remember, I'm not in the trade. And like Sean's a great example of in chat. He understands the model and he's not asking for my permission to enter. He knows the model and he's confident in his trading ability to say, I know the setup. I know where I'm going to enter. I know where I'm going to target. I would recommend, if you're asking for my permission, good job, General. That's a great decision to make. Don't chase, right? Don't take it off mine. What I would recommend, General, go to my YouTube, watch my trading strategy in that prop firm video. They're at the end of that video, my trading models. Go learn those, go practice them, and then when you come to live stream tomorrow, you can execute with me because you'll actually understand what I'm looking for, what I'm actually targeting, what my stop loss will be, and all that stuff. Gotta call him daddy first. I love that. That's crazy, Khaled. I'll watch them. Perfect. Yeah. All my stuff, all my educational content is just hopefully to help you guys be better traders. Dub advice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I try to be honest, right? I could be the guy who's like, yeah, just copy me and I'm going to give you the exact whatever. But I want to empower you guys. You got to be able to do it yourself. That's how you become the best trader you possibly can. And the goal, the reason why I do these live streams is so you can take all the knowledge and all the things I'm telling you and you can walk away and you can go execute on your own. And you could be confident. You won't need me, right? Like the term, right? I'm working myself out of a job, right? My goal is that you guys don't need my live stream, that you guys can go trade on your own and you can just take whatever I tell you and learn from that and then go do it yourself. And you don't need to rely on some content creator to tell you what to do, you know? And I'll always tell you guys, I will always be super honest with you guys and tell you the exact advice that I would want to hear when I was a brand new trader. I am going to do this one last thing before we hop off. I'm going to remind you guys, go check out this channel too. So if you're looking for educational content and you like want to learn more, look up Chart Fanatics. They're a great YouTube channel. What happened? What's going on? Let me refresh. Hey, I'm trying to show you guys a video. Something's going on with YouTube. Did I lose internet? Huh. Hang on, my YouTube's not working. I'm trying to show you guys something. I want to show you guys this channel. Is YouTube down? You're out for longs? You don't like the 5-minute closure? Let's see. See, I would say opposite, Sean. I'd say you're getting a swing low here, and this would be a great spot to move your stop loss to. Right? So this order block you're about to get and swing low, that's a great spot to then move stops to in profit. And then you're... Yeah, I would put stops. If this 5-minute candle closes above higher, you got this swing low, move stops to that. That's a great spot to trail stops. And now you're in profit. Now you're literally, if you entered right for a 1-minute kill shot, you're in profit. I don't know where your exact entry is. You're either at break even or profit, right? You're like really close to that. So now it's a headache free trade, right? I'd recommend doing that. That's what I would recommend. I don't know if you already closed or not. But if you did already close, take the note of like, hey, maybe I should have waited for this swing low or this order block. But if you didn't close it, I'd recommend just trailing stops this new 5-minute swing low here. Because look, it respected this 5-minute fair value gap too. It's respecting bullish footprints. I hope you right. You're still in? Oh, yes. Good. I'm glad. I was hoping I caught you before you closed it. I was hoping I caught it before you closed it. I was like, oh man, I hope he didn't do that. It's looking really good for him. Why is YouTube not working? There we go. Okay. Hopefully I can show you guys now. There we go. Now it's working. Okay. Chart Fanatics. I also recommend go to this YouTube channel. It's not mine. It's Words of Wisdom. It's the Riz guy who does like a lot of the trading podcasts. Super, super good guy. I love his content. But go to Chart Fanatics and then go watch his latest, like if you go to oldest, right? Just filter oldest. These two videos, the two oldest videos on his are my favorite. Okay, this is Trader Kane, a really good day trader, and then this is Jade Cap. He holds the world record of the highest payout from Apex ever, $2.5 million payout. They literally break down the exact trading model that they use. And then there's a lot of other guys too. There's a lot of other people that he interviews also that you can just learn from. But I'd say these two are the best. Trader Kane and Jade Cap. They're really good ones. Another good one would be Umar. Another good one for swing traders could be Tori Trades. Where's she at? She's on here somewhere. Tori Trades. I'm trying to see if I recognize anybody else on here. Scarface is his name, I'm pretty sure. This guy, he's a pretty popular influencer, the most recent trader. I think this is Umar again. No, who's that guy? I forget his name. I forget this guy's name. He's a good trader also. I follow him on Instagram. But yeah, this is a great YouTube channel. Go check it out. It's not even mine. I just like to put you guys on free game. Yeah, dude. This is looking great. 23 seconds. If you get the swing low, I'd take it for a stop loss. You're also getting that 5-minute order block. So if you're an order block trader, if you've been looking for a long opportunity, you know you're getting that order block. So if you know how to trade order blocks, trade an order block. I don't trade order blocks. It's one of my models that I've created in my videos, but I don't use that. I use 1 minute kill shot because look at that entry on a 1 minute kill shot, dude. You cannot beat that entry. Like, look at that entry. Like, you cannot beat that entry, dude. I mean, come on. I mean, this trade right here with a 1 minute kill shot to attack external range liquidity is a 7R trade, dude. I'm very happy with today. Today was a good day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. You know, I'm feeling very confident in my strategy. It's been working a lot lately. It's been very, very good. So let's see. Let's go to our stats. I'm going to show you guys my stats. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Profit factor is now up over 2.37. The most important stat here, when you're looking at my screen right now, the most important stat here is this profit factor. You ideally want your profit factor over 2. Okay. If it's over 1.5, that's not bad too, but you ideally want this profit factor to be over 2. What does that mean? For every loss, your winners are 2 times your losses at least. Right now, we're sitting at a profit factor of 2.37 for all the trades we've done, and we've taken a total of 49 trades on this account. So we got good data, right? That says, yeah, this is good. This is really good stats. Average win to loss, I don't know why this one's so low. This doesn't make sense to me because our profit factor is over 2. I don't know why this one's so low. Day win percentage, right? These are all right. You know, 60% win rate, 66.67% day win percentage. Not bad. And now we're back into profit in the account. So now our goal is to hit 2,500, or really our next goal is to hit $500 in profit in the top sub account. And then we can up our contract size to 4. All right, guys, I'm going to call it for today. I really appreciate everybody. It's so good, huh, Sean? It's the best. I love this model. Dude, the 1 minute kill shot, I'm telling you, it's a banger trade, especially if you get the impulse ranges right. If you get the technical analysis right, it is so good. I love it. All right, guys, I'm going to call it for the day. I hope you guys appreciate the content. I hope you guys were able to learn today. You were able to grow as a day trader. And I hope that, you know, I hope you were able to take something away today that makes you better for tomorrow. All right, everyone. I will see you tomorrow morning at market open. Have a great rest of your day.